Hey guys, I'm Leticia from metaCOLLECTIVE. metaCOLLECTIVE is the first investment DAO on Solana. I'm here to present the best Solana-based projects. Today we have an unique project with us. So hello guys, I'm Leticia from metaCOLLECTIVE and I'll be the host today to chat with Unique Venture Clubs. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Do you want to introduce yourselves before we start?
Can you guys hear me now? I'm trying to adjust my headphones.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. So first, thanks for the invite. It's a pleasure for us. My name is Martin. I am one of the co-founders and head of business development of Unique Venture Clubs. So this is, in short, maybe a background about myself. I started in 2017. I just bought my first Bitcoin and I went down the rabbit hole. I've been investing most of the time and also trading. I'm also part of a venture club, and I always been participating in those like syndicate groups where people pulling funds together and invest in early stage projects and whatnot. So this is how my inspiration actually came for our project, but I can talk about this later maybe.
It's really great to meet you and know a little about your background. So, for those that don't know the project yet, to understand what Unique Ventures Club does.
Yeah, let's start from there. So Unique Venture Club, it's a platform that helps people to gather resources for purchasing and managing digital assets. Those could be NFTs or in-game items or just fungible tokens, let's say. And our end goals is to actually allow people to have collective ownership, not only on digital assets, but physical ones as well, such as real estate or art, physical art, private equity, obviously. So really, almost anything, right? So our end goal is kind of bridge the gap between people who have expertise in this market and they're in like more of a involved, they're like 24/7, and those that are looking to invest but they're lacking on expertise or time, because we see that many people want to have exposure, especially on NFTs, right? Because this is kind of the newest trend in the past, year or so. People were trying to mint those blue chips, but they don't have the time to dedicate actually to do the research. And on the other hand, you have the experts that they have a huge hit rate, and since copy trading doesn't exist for NFTs, it's not like going on eToro and just follow some other person's strategy. It's quite impossible to do that. That's why we want to kind of bridge this gap with our venture clubs, right? So our end goal is to allow users to either start or join an existing venture club and to set it up to their preferences regarding governance structure, payout frequency, treasury management, what should be the denominated currency. So in every aspect, this club to be just flexible and tailored to their specific needs. So this is basically in very on a high level what our platform is.
Okay, so basically we can create or join a club that has the same intentions as us, right? And about your governance and financial configuration options, can you tell me more about it and how it works, how we choose this?
Yeah, this is a great question. So in terms of financial configuration, we want to give maximum flexibility when it comes to like profit sharing, depositing fees. So depending on the club creator ambitious and the club's usage, profit sharing could be either like with equal distributions or curator performance fees or curator fees, like entrance fee, exit fee, whatever the case might be, right? For now, for the first version of the platform, clubs will be only denominated in SOL, but further down the line, we want to enable, USDC or other stable coins and other fungible tokens. So you can bring your own token and use it, for governance or to invest money. Let's say a great example could be Star Atlas. in order to buy any of their NFTs, you need their own token and use their own marketplace. So it doesn't work for you. You need to buy their token first, right? That's why we want to allow more, Solana tokens to be part of those treasuries, obviously, on the long run. And also we want to allow actually deposit with credit or debit cards to really, allow even newcomers to invest in those clubs. Regarding governance, so we initially are going to introduce 3 or 4 different governance structures. So the first one is like equal rights. This is very obvious one where every member has equal voting rights. Maybe this is good for small groups of people to share ownership. For example, a small team that is going to a hackathon or something and they win a prize of 10K, obviously they want to create a product and then continue with those money. And so those founders, they can just operate with the money in trustless manner, and they all have like equal rights, right? Or just any other case. This is just an example. The second one is going to be a role based. So voting power depends on the contribution level. So this is perfect for like larger groups with multiple roles that require specific knowledge. This is maybe the case of metaCOLLECTIVE. Because you have different pillars, DeFi and NFTs and yield farming. So you can actually set up your governance based on those people who have specific knowledge in something, so they can have more voting power over other people, right? If that makes sense. And then the third one, it's deposit based. So when you invest more money, you have bigger voting power. This is maybe the most common those days. And then the fourth one is actually based on your NFTs. So this is something quite new. Something that we built with alongside Sebastian from the SPO governance and Mango DAO, a team member. So basically you can access and vote depends on your personal NFT holdings, which this will, unleash a big market fit with the current NFT, kind of stage, because you can now build the DAOs around a single collection, or even the kind of the club / DAO owner can mint his own collection and use it as a not only gated community, but give actually voting power with different rarity or number of NFTs on your wallet and stuff like this, which we think is pretty cool. And then down the line, we're going to add more and more governance options to make fully flexible. Really, we don't want to put any limitations, but those are just examples and our initial features.
This is really, really great because it allows us to be part of something that our goals fit and we truly believe and agree with, as we can choose how everything will work in the club that we will join. Because sometimes we found a club or a DAO that we want to be part of, but we don't agree with how the fees are distributed, for example. So it's great that UniqueVC allows us to choose everything based on your preference. So now I can help myself.
This is our view. Yeah, go ahead.
And what makes you so unique?
What makes it so unique? So actually, obviously the name of the platform is that, and the name, it's coming from this like full flexibility, right? So there's simply isn't anything currently in the market that has been built with this much flexibility, and we are open to admit that we don't know actually what is the right way of doing things right now, because this is a big experiment. Every DAO, it's a big experiment, if you ask me personally. So that's why we want to make it as open as possible for people to explore and experiment with the tools. So we really think we recognize that every venture club or every group of people, every DAO, it's truly unique, because as you just mentioned, every use case is different. That's actually what makes each DAO so unique, each club so unique, that you gather a group of people around something that is unique. For example, Solana Monkey Business DAO, the gods or something else, actually you share the same vision with those people around something unique, right? So that's why we kind of choose this name for our platform, and that's why we're building tools for those group of people, because they are truly unique.
You do have a great project. As in UniqueVC, we can manage DAOs, in-game items, and NFTs. I want to know, I've been seeing people saying that DAOs are the new Web3 trends. And as you said before, that 2021 was NFT's year and 2022 is DAO's year. So what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, this is a great question. I would say we're still early in the DAO phase, and now we see more of the infrastructure and the tooling layer. It's been built up, and people, we will start realizing actually, DAO is a great concept of doing things. And DAOs are not actually a new thing, right? Neither the NFTs, but NFTs recently found more applications in digital art, collectibles, and so on. So that brought a tremendous spotlight on the space. And DAOs are the next step along this wider adoption. And to be honest, COVID helped a lot, because we've seen global transformation when comes to working together, right? In the past couple of years, we forced ourselves to work remotely, and making decisions online, and use only like apps for communications and other tools to make business. So I think this is very natural, kind of continuation now, and really the new this will help actually unleash the new kind of Web3 phase, because people want to make decisions. They want to change. They want to revolutionize, right? We want a revolution, not only tech revolution, but we see in real life, nothing is fair. And now with the new generations, we really can change this, because now they're way more informed and way better connected. Now we have even everything is obviously on chain. This is great for a lot of things. And we have now even like a privacy networks coming in, privacy tokens, so people can have their like anonymous. And this is something that people like, especially we've seen this with the PFPs and everything. So things are changing a lot. We see like DAOs, mostly the financial space, because, for example, how everything started back in 2017 with the ICOs, right? Projects, they just wanted to raise the money from end users, right? Then in 2020, they realized this is not efficient, and they want to raise only from VCs and people that can add value, bigger companies that will hold their tokens and so on. So now we see this happening with NFTs. NFTs, anyone can mint, right? But I think they will also change their mindset, and they will start raising more with already proven like investors, such as VCs, or in this case DAOs, right? What DAO allows is actually to create a new brand, and something that has, let's say, you can measure the quality of the users like this. Everything is on chain, obviously. The next phase of crypto needs more quality users, either for the DeFi protocols, for the new upcoming collection, new protocols. Because what makes actually one project successful is the community behind it, right? The hype, the quality of people investing, the people that are spreading the word and everything. So let's say in your case, metaCOLLECTIVE, now you can build really a name out there, and being recognized as good investors. And this is pretty measurable since everything is on chain. Other projects, they can see what you guys bought, when you guys sold, and stuff like this, so they can actually kind of choose you over many other investors to help their NFT collection. Maybe they can sell you private equity, shares of the company, or like a pre-sale NFTs or tokens, or whatever the case might be. That's why we're very bullish on DAOs, and we strongly believe that DAOs will take over and will even acquire traditional VCs. They will acquire private equity from projects and physical items, real estate, just everything. Because when you actually how you operate business and how you open a business, right? With partners is first you need to find people that you share same thoughts with, same vision. So then you get together, you put money and resources, time, effort together, and then you succeed. And actually DAOs are something that will scale this faster in real life now, because even in our case, we're 4 co-founders, and we live in different countries and stuff like this. And actually we also are building this tool for ourselves, right? We don't need to trust each other. We can just operate with the funds on chain, have on chain governance, on chain treasury management, and everything. So this has a big potential. That's why we're super bullish on DAOs, and we think towards the end of the year, people will see DAOs everywhere, and at least everyone will be kind of part of some type of DAO, because now everyone is talking about different types of DAOs that they can do only like decisions, only governance, or they're purely for investments, or even for work, for let's say good cause. Or we saw for Ukraine they created a DAO where they collect funds. So this could be for any purpose, and this is just great that people actually find more and more application to and they build the narrative behind DAOs like this. And we're building for those people.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. DAOs are here to stay. So thank you guys for answering this. Now we will quickly open for public questions. So if someone has one, you can request.
Yeah, I would love questions.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much, like, for the session. Like, it's super helpful. As like a DAO member, I have like one question for you, like for Unique. What are the biggest, like tech challenges that you see, like in terms of basically letting people like more engage, and up to speed with what happens, like in the DAO?
Yeah, if you are asking particularly to get people actually involved more in the governance, if this is your question, we believe that actually it's very clear that you cannot force people to make those decisions. So first, what is a very important thing, and what is the big difference between Solana and Ethereum DAOs, is that Solana DAOs now allow on-chain governance. And this is way more efficient because now people need to sign transaction and pay money to cast their vote, right? So this brings a bigger thought process, requires more effort, so people are more actually focused on the topic. And since this will be recorded on blockchain, and they cannot erase this information, they're quite more careful what they're going to decide, right? Because if it's just on let's say Discord level voting with yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, you can change your mind or whatever. This it's kind of not efficient. But keep one thing in mind here, that actually why we decide to go with full flexibility, and why we kind of want to push behind the narrative that we don't call them first DAOs, we call them clubs, for one simple reason, because they're not essentially must be decentralized. And by this I mean there should always be a leader, right? A leadership and a councils, so they create something like a team and then lead this club forward. Because what happened is, actually you don't want to ask people for every single small thing, and especially if you're looking for like a full democracy and equal rights, you want to make 100 people to kind of vote on a small step or something. You lose the engagement very soon, because actually if a person is joining a DAO for first time, he will be very kind of hyped, very pumped to participate. But in long run, if there's no incentive for this guy, or he's just making great passive income, and then he joins another DAO and another DAO and another DAO, he won't be able actually to even follow up what's going on in the DAO. So you don't need this person to do any kind of decisions for you, unless if it's something like super important decision once in a while, right? That's why we kind of want to just develop some flexible tools and let people experiment and figure out what is the best way for them personally, like for their specific club / DAO.
Thanks a lot for the reply.
So if no one else has a question, I will thank you all for being here, listening to us, and thank Unique Ventures for this chat. It was a pleasure. And we from metaCOLLECTIVE wish a lot of success in your project.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. It was a pleasure speaking to you. And I hope you can come after a couple of weeks and test our platform. We'll be happy to onboard you as one of the first actually users. And yeah, we're looking forward.
For sure, we can't wait for that. Actually, we're super ready to start on DevNet.
Of course.
Sounds great. Thanks for your time, guys. Bye.
So thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.